Got a better rule, instead of always shut the gate.
Change the taste of it? Well, I don't know for sure. I haven't eaten it, but they definitely don't.
Especially when they don't turn their back. I'll live for another day. And conveniently, no, it's not convenient, it's horrible. Okay. Morning. Whew, it's cold. It is the middle of February and it is cold. I'm rugged up. I could have more than a jumper on, I think. A few other little jobs to do. Feed some cows, shift a couple of irrigators. Really need to put some hinges on this. And you just put a gate up temporarily and you're like, oh, it'll be fine, I'll just put some wire around it or baling twine, and it'll be fine. But no, it's not. So I'm just going to move these couple of bulls in this paddock. Hello, mate. Come on, dude. Yeah, I think I've set it up right. Come on, dudes. Let's go, dudes. I'm never really sure if he's cranky or he's just boisterous. Is boisterous a word? Or he's, yeah, just noisy. Like with any bull though, you should be wary. Especially when they don't turn their back. Hey, not that way. Come. Okay. Hop, hop, get up, get up. I think they've worked it out now. That's good. There you go. Good lad. Now you. Come on. A bit of a drama queen. I wonder if I think this bull's an early adopter of virtual fencing. There's nothing there, but he thinks it is. See, not so bad, eh? That's a bore. That is 40 odd meters of hose and a bore pumped down the bottom. It's out because something's gone wrong with it. A wire has been broken and now they're trying to find the lead to repair that because they're worried that the lead was taken in water. So we don't have a bore. We haven't had a bore for about 8-9 days. So I have not been able to irrigate under the pivot or any of these other little paddocks around here. Hey, you're probably wondering why are those black? Everything else is green. Black's not my preferred colour. There was a little saga. Don't think I recorded it. There was a little saga where some cattle got back in to a paddock that had just been wrapped up. And do you know what cattle do when they get to a paddock like that? They just go bonkers. They don't eat the side, they just like rip at the plastic, they rub against it, they tear it. So those ones I think damaged about 14 bales, and conveniently, well no, it's not convenient, it's horrible. A mate came around and re-wrapped them because there were just that many big holes. If there's usually just like a little tear in a silage bale, you can just put some tape over it, try and seal it back up. But in that case, we had to re-wrap. So that's why they're black, but they're green inside. So they were wrapped up, re-wrapped, wrap. That's what happened. It was an awful day. I didn't enjoy it at all. So thanks Jeremy, thanks Hayden for helping me there. And just your friendly reminder to always shut the gate on the farm, or better yet, leave it how you found it. If it was open, maybe just leave it open. No, not maybe, definitely. Leave it open. Got a better rule. Instead of always shut the gate, leave it how you found it. I still got half a bale in there. I'll leave it for another day. Okay, gotta pop out to Nook and grab the tractor, shift that irrigator to the other block and bring it back to shift this irrigator here. Round and round in circles, here we go. Okay, we're out at Nook, about ready to pick up the big beast. I just thought I'd show how dry we've been going. The sun is in a really bad spot. Although there looks like there's plenty of water in there, you have to leave some water in there. But this dam is actually shared with a neighbour. I've definitely used probably my share of the dam, and there's very little left on his side, so I can't really take any more. I don't know if the camera's going to do it justice because the sun is in the wrong spot, but that foot valve is just sitting above that silt. I've put those two steel droppers in there to sort of keep it above because the floats are no longer doing anything. So it's not real good. I'd love to be able to water the spuds maybe a couple more times, but I'm just not going to have that opportunity because we're out. We are out of water. It also makes it real. Also, when the water's that low, it's really hard to keep prime. It's such a steep descent, and this has a little bit of a hole there, so it's always sucking in air. It's less than a desirable outcome situation in general. We've got the spuds to I think 16 weeks. Yeah, we really need to get them to 18. And the spuds, they use a lot less water as they go on. So that is one good thing, that they're turning off a little bit, but it's still so dry. Yeah, I feel like we're probably going to lose a little bit of yield because we haven't been able to not push them, but just finish them as well as what we'd like. But that's how it goes sometimes. Not everything's perfect, and the situation it hasn't been. We've done okay, but yeah, it's just disappointing. Anyhow, let's jump in this tractor and we'll go water, pull out an irrigator and water some grass that we've actually got some water at. Anyway, there. It'd be a good idea to have a look, see what they look like from now on, not getting any water. Like I said, they're about week 16. And they look pretty healthy. So
there, almost like a little bit of target spot.
Target spot or early blight. That is a disease that gets most potatoes, and it's one of the most commonly found ones in later crops later in life. They'll eventually get more susceptible to it as they start to fade away. We'll have a bit of a dig and see what we've got under here. It's maybe got a kilo. I think that one's from next door. You can stay next door. And that one, well, it might fall through the digging web. But overall, pretty happy with what I'm seeing. So they've got plenty of moisture now. Hopefully it'll do for another week. Next week would like to be putting irrigation on, so let's just hope for some rainfall instead. Not all doom and gloom, but just be nice to have just another one, maybe two irrigations left in the system. We just don't have it. So we just lifted that up. The thing I love about having a fixed machine on a squat is that you can just pick those legs up, we'll lift it up, and now we can just drag it forward. We don't have to lift up the squat machine. Oh. I'm just connect this up just so any water that wants to come out because that there hard hose is full of water, and when we unwind it we're going to go uphill to start with, so the water will come back down the hose and then flush those pipes because they've been sitting out for a little while. I don't know what animal or creature has been in there. And I don't want one to be in there when I start it. I mean, be honest, do you even have a GPS if you're not pulling out an irrigator cart without using it? It's there, use it. Let's line ourselves up, remark not available, use field manager to make guide. Oh, didn't have enough satellites yet. Remark is on the... Now it works. All in the order to get a beautifully straight line. So straight. So straight. And I had a grass selective in the tank, and this was an old fence line in here, and it was poppy stubble at the time, and there was twitch growing through it, and I thought, well, there's a grass selective in here, I'll take care of the twitch, which is it's a type of grass. There was a plant back, as much as it was on, I can't remember whether it was the clethodim or the verdict. Either way, I'm now very cautious about plant backs because it's actually a thing. We sprayed it, and then for the next, I'm going to say 3 months, no grass grew. I killed the twitch. I don't think twitch actually grows back here anymore, but neither did any other grass. So I had to wait till essentially the soil had broken down this grass selective so that I could plant it again, and then get this little yeah, I didn't realize there was quite as much red or strawberry, whatever you want to call it, clover in it, but it's a nice sward, really. I like it. And yeah, there you go, you learn something. Be careful. Now, something else I should discuss is that this grass is rusty. We put we must have put like 80 kilos of urea on and then irrigated. And then shortly after that we had, about a week after that we had I'm going to say 80 mils of rain. So it was a lot of rain. Now that in itself could have washed or leached a little bit of nitrogen out, and therefore we've lost the nitrogen for this pasture to keep growing with. And so it's made it a lot more susceptible to rust. Now, I don't know if you can see, but there's these little orange growths, a bit like what you see on rusty metal. Now there's a little bit on my finger. So there's quite a dusty bit of a disease. You can spray for it, but it's not, I don't know that it actually works spraying it off, or spraying with a fungicide. We're much better off just letting the cows graze it and then restart again and giving it some more nitrogen. Yes, I know it seems like an excessive amount of nitrogen, but that's the way we have to manage it. These new grasses are very sensitive to rust. They've got to be pushed pretty well with a fair bit of fertilizer, be it synthetic or muck or whatever fertilizer you've got. Just something to feed the grass. We find if we don't sort of keep up with it, then we'll get these little issues. So, and it's about this time of year that rust tends to come into these pastures, and yeah, do its thing. Cattle don't love it. It does change the taste of it. Well, I don't know for sure. I haven't eaten it, but it definitely they definitely don't tend to try and eat it down as much. But unfortunately, that's what we've got to do to try and get rid of it and start again. Start this. Get these new leaves. These flies! Yeah. Anyhow, that's that. A little bit of plantain. That'd be just wild plantain. It's not like a good forage one. But yeah, that's rusty grass. Done. Lock them in.